You are not here by accident. You are here because life decided to test you, because pain has carved itself into your path and discipline became the only way forward. But know this, you are not a victim of your suffering. You are the product of it. You weren't shaped by joy or leisure or applause. You were shaped in the moments when you had nothing left but breath and will, when everything screamed, give up. And yet, you kept going. This is what Stoicism is, not a philosophy for ivory towers, not a theory for the comfortable. It is a code, a fire-tested, soul-tempered code for those who dare to live with strength in a broken world. Stoicism is not suppression. It is not emotional numbness. It is not pretending nothing hurts. Stoicism is endurance with clarity. It is presence in the face of chaos. It is choosing action over reaction, purpose over panic. A Stoic feels pain, but isn't ruled by it. A Stoic knows fear, but walks forward anyway. A Stoic doesn't deny reality. He shapes his response to it. You don't become stronger in comfort. Comfort dulls you. It whispers soft lies. You're fine. You don't need to change. Rest forever. But pain strips you bare. It exposes the weakness you pretend isn't there. It humbles you. It breaks you. And then it gives you the opportunity to rebuild. That's the gift. When life pushes you to the ground, Stoicism doesn't tell you to fight the world. It teaches you to stand up, better, more aware, more controlled, more powerful. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still wrote daily to control himself. He didn't ask, how can I make others obey? He asked, how can I master my thoughts? He said, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Epictetus was born into slavery. He had no status, no freedom, but he had his mind, and he taught others to own theirs. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond. Seneca, surrounded by wealth, loss, and betrayal, still wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." They all knew, you are not your possessions, you are not your suffering, you are how you show up when everything falls apart. In a world addicted to comfort, your edge is discipline. Discipline is not punishment, it is structure. It is choosing long-term strength over short-term pleasure. It's waking up before you want to. It's saying no to distractions. It's following through when motivation disappears. Discipline is not glamorous, but it's sacred. Because in moments of chaos, when emotion wants to take over, only discipline stands firm. Without discipline, pain breaks you. With it, pain builds you. We live in noisy times. Everywhere you turn, someone is offended, outraged, begging for attention. But the Stoic doesn't react. He doesn't join the outrage. He watches, he breathes, he acts with intention. He asks, is this within my control? If yes, act. If no, release. This is not apathy, this is wisdom. You don't waste energy on storms you can't command. You build shelter, you build strength, you build yourself. You've been betrayed, you've failed, you've broken down. Good. Now rise. Pain is a forge. Every cut, every scar, every moment of despair, these are your tools. You don't grow despite the pain. You grow because of it, but only if you face it, only if you don't run. A Stoic says, let the fire come. I don't fear it, I am it. The average person blames, complains, escapes. The average soul folds when life gets hard. But you're here. You're still standing, and that means something. You've already walked through things most couldn't imagine, and you're still breathing, still building. That is Stoicism in motion. Every act of patience, every hour of discipline, every time you choose reason over impulse, you are becoming untouchable. Not because life won't hit you, but because you've chosen how to respond when it does. So many chase happiness, but Stoics chase virtue. So many want power, but Stoics master themselves first. When you live by principle, you're not shaken by trends. You're not owned by fear. You walk with strength because you've suffered well. And in the end, that's what matters. When life burns everything around you, you will still be standing. Because you were not made in comfort. You were built by pain. You were forged by discipline. And now, you are the storm the world tries to survive. You were not born invincible. You were not born fearless. But you were born capable. Capable of enduring. Capable of rising. Capable of becoming more than your circumstances. And that's enough. Because capability grows with every challenge. It expands when tested. It sharpens when struck. You don't become strong by avoiding the storm. You become strong by standing in the middle of it and refusing to fall. Pain is not your punishment. It is your purification. The world will press against you relentlessly, brutally, blindly. But within that pressure is your opportunity. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor burdened with the weight of an empire and his own mortality, sat down and wrote to himself, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Do you understand that? It means every block in your path is not an ending. It's a beginning. Every setback is the stone you'll step on to rise. The weak see the wall and stop. The Stoic sees the wall and climbs. Because to endure is to transcend. To suffer with purpose is to be reborn through fire. When life denies you peace, when it strips away comfort and certainty, good, because now it's showing you your edge. Now it's revealing your training ground. This is not cruelty, it is your curriculum. Stoicism doesn't promise comfort, it demands courage. It doesn't tell you the storm will pass. It teaches you to become the storm. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of what breaks you isn't real. It's the fear of pain, not the pain itself. It's the voice in your head, not the blow from the world. And once you learn to silence that voice, you silence the greatest enemy you'll ever face, yourself. You want to overcome? Then first overcome you, your laziness, your self-pity, your excuses. Burn them. Replace them with action, with effort, with unbreakable commitment. You are not fragile. You were built by survival, by chaos, by struggle. Your ancestors endured ice, war, famine, death, and still you're here. That blood runs through you. That fire is in your bones. So why do you doubt yourself now? You've fallen? Then rise again and again. You've been betrayed? Then trust yourself. You've been broken? Then rebuild with stone instead of sand. Every man must choose. Will you suffer meaninglessly or will you suffer with purpose? Because pain is universal, but growth is not. Growth is chosen. You must decide that no matter what breaks around you, you will not break within. There will be days you want to quit, days when your body begs for rest, when your mind screams for peace, when every part of you says, enough. And in those moments, you will remember, you are not led by emotion. You are led by principle. You do not obey fear. You obey your purpose. That's what separates the ordinary from the indomitable. That's what builds a Stoic. You don't get to decide the events of life, but you do get to decide the meaning you assign to them. You do get to decide your response. That is your power. That is your freedom. Epictetus had chains around his ankles, but not around his mind. Born a slave, crippled by cruelty, yet he said, "We are disturbed not by things, but by the view we take of them." And that view, your mindset, is the key. With it, nothing can enslave you. Without it, you are already defeated. This is not about pretending things are okay. This is about choosing to be okay regardless. It's not blind optimism, it's clear-eyed defiance. Stoicism is not about removing emotion, it's about mastering it. It's about standing in pain and still making the right choice. It's about holding your ground when everything is falling apart. It's about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. Do you think greatness feels good all the time? Do you think strength is born in luxury? Greatness is carved in discomfort. Discipline is forged in repetition. Virtue is tested in fire. That's why you embrace the hard path. Because every time you choose effort over ease, discipline over distraction, courage over comfort, you take a step toward your higher self. No one will hand it to you. No one will save you. No one is coming. And that is your advantage. Because when you realize the power is within you, you stop waiting. You start acting. When the world is quiet, when the crowd walks away, what will you have left? Your habits, your virtues, your character. Let them be unshakable. Let them be your foundation. Rise early. Train your mind and body. Control your tongue. Do your duty even when you don't want to. Resist temptation. Do not seek applause. Seek alignment with your values. This is how a Stoic lives. This is how a warrior overcomes. Let others complain. Let others crumble. You were not born for the soft life. You were born for the climb. You were born for the struggle. You were born to transcend. Your life is your proving ground. Use it. Every failure, every scar, every sleepless night. Let them mold you into something no one can break. Let them see your calm in the storm and wonder, how does he remain unshaken? Let them witness your discipline and whisper, he is different because you are. You are not a leaf in the wind. You are the mountain the wind cannot move. You are not your past. You are your persistence. You are not your pain. You are your power. Endure, rise, transcend. Not once, not twice, but every single day, until the day you no longer need to be told. Because by then, you'll become it. The fire, the force, the Stoic.